In the last 6 weeks, stellar native token Stronghold has seen a drastic climb of 288%. In fact, since March of 2025, the project is up a whopping 600%. That's a 6x, and in all fairness, the project is outperforming 90% of the altcoin market. So today, from a technical standpoint, we're going to break down some of the bullish signals that have recently printed since our last update and what could be coming next for price action. Nothing that I say is financial advice. Let's dive into the content. Now, on the weekly time frame, I've kept it relatively simple. I have the Supertrend indicator on here, and I also have the Stoch RSI. Now, if you are unfamiliar, the Supertrend indicator basically helps traders point out trend flips, either from a bearish into a bullish or vice versa, a bullish into a bearish. Now, for SHX, since 2023, this signal, this bullish trend flip, has only occurred 3 times. And we're going to quickly study these and look at what's happened on the prior occasions. So if we go back here to December 2023, just to quickly update you, when you are beneath the red zone, this is a bearish trend. And when you flip from red into green, this is a bullish trend flip. Okay, so again, looking at these trend flips, we've had one, two, and then as of recent in late July, we had a third bearish into bullish trend flip on the Supertrend indicator. And each time this has occurred for SHX, there has been a banana zone move. I mean, the 2023 into 2024 trend flip was a 16x. From 2024 into 2025 was a rough sort of 6x. And now fast forward from this trend flip here in July 2025, you're looking at a 280%. Now, it's worth noting that when these trend flips have occurred over time, you can see that the returns are gradually getting a little bit lower. We've had a 16x into a 6x. And again, I don't think this is the local top yet. I'm going to explain why, but 282% so far since this bullish trend flip. Now, there's some very important correlation points between the Supertrend and the Stoch RSI, and I wanted to cover those today, specifically basing it on the last trend flips that we've had from bearish into bullish for SHX. Again, recently we printed this signal for a 3rd time in late July. Now, if we, again, just get these trend flips back on, just so we can keep up to date of where they actually occurred. Typically, they tend to have formed in sort of November in Q4, but this year we've had the trend flip in Q3. So something a little bit different there as well. But nonetheless, these are 3 trend flips from bearish into bullish for the Supertrend that have all led to banana zone pumps for Stronghold. So what we're going to do now is look at the correlation with the Stoch RSI. And this is very, very interesting because when we look at the Stoch RSI, whenever you are above levels of 80, okay, this is considered overbought. So if we actually go back to this peak here, which was in 2023, we was at levels of 99. Fast forward to December of 2024, we was also at levels of 99 in the Stoch RSI. Now fast forward to sort of August 2025, we are once again back at levels of 99 in the Stoch RSI. So we are at very overbought levels from a weekly perspective here. And what we're going to do is actually look at the price action from in the past, from when we've been at these levels in the Stoch RSI. So if we go straight up vertically here, you will notice that when we was at levels of 99, SHX put in a local high before coming back for a 4-week correction and continuing higher. Fast forward to December of 2024, you can see we put in a local high before coming back for a few weeks and then continuing to put in a higher high. Fast forward to 2025, we are overbought in the Stoch RSI at levels of 99. And right now, again, this could be the signal that we are at I wouldn't say a local top, because I don't think this impulsive move is over. I think there will be continuation, but just basing it off of previous levels of 99 in the Stoch RSI, this is an area where SHX does tend for a couple of weeks to at least come back for a key level of support before continuing the trend. So what we're going to look at here is the size of these pullbacks from when the Stoch RSI was at levels of 99 in the past. So at this point here, okay, when SHX did top out for a few weeks, it came back roughly around 40%, okay, before continuing on and actually placing another sort of 4x move, okay? And that's when the actual top for SHX in 2020, early 2024 was placed before coming in for this macro correction, okay? So we had a 40% correction before placing a new high. Now, fast forward to 2024, okay, where we had the local top at levels of 99 in the Stoch RSI. SHX once again had a rough, oh, would you look at that, another 40% correction before continuing on another 130% to a new local high. Okay, so we had in both of these occasions, okay, in 2023 and 2024, we had levels of 99 in the Stoch RSI. When we was at levels of 99, we corrected 40% before pushing to a new local high. Fast forward to 2024, when we was at levels of 99 in the Stoch RSI, we was at a local high before correcting 40% and then pushing to a new local high. Fast forward to 2025, we're at levels of 99 in the Stoch RSI. If SHX is to rinse repeat a very similar situation and sort of correct, let's say a 40% here, and rinse repeat what it's done in the past on both two corrections, we could pretty much say that we could be looking for a bit of a pullback back towards sort of 0.023/22 before actually getting a push up towards 10 cents. And what this would do or mean is we would rinse repeat a very similar situation to both of these occasions. Because what you'll notice is, again, there's a very sort of strong signal that I wanted to point out here that's happened on all three prior occasions. And whenever the levels of are at 99 and SHX has come back for that 40% correction, whenever it's gone to put in that new local high, there's always been a bearish divergence created on the Stoch RSI. So what I'm saying here is we had higher highs in price after the 40% correction, but in the RSI, we created a bearish divergence with lower highs. Fast forward to 2024, similar situation. We had higher highs in price, okay? And then when we was at levels of 99 and corrected for that 40% correction, but then rallied up to put in that higher high in price, we actually created a bearish divergence on the Stoch RSI. So again, higher highs in price, lower highs in Stoch RSI. Fast forward to 2024, higher highs in price, lower highs in Stoch RSI. This indicated the local tops on both of the prior impulsive moves in 2023 and 2024 for SHX. Fast forward, right now we are at levels of 99 in the Stoch RSI. Could we be coming back for a 40% correction and then go to place this higher high in price whilst placing a lower high in the Stoch RSI? Okay, do you see what I mean? And just to clarify this again, you can see here, higher highs in price, bearish divergence in our RSI. Higher highs in price, bearish divergence in RSI. If we now can get a higher high in price and create a bearish divergence in the RSI, I think somewhere around 9 to 10 cents could mark the local top of this major impulsive move. And guys, let's not be, greedy at this point. From March, if we do get up to sort of towards that 9 to 10 cent, that's a 16x move, from March of 2025. So, and that would be something very, very similar to what we've actually seen in the past. I don't know if this is going to be something, identical here, but if we go from this sort of wick back here and then get this push up, is there going to be any sort of correlation or signs with this here? And we drag this across to March, where we actually started this impulsive move, this 16x potential move, dragging this across. Yeah, potentially, again, that's bringing you up to sort of, 12 to 13 cents. So I do think just from statistically looking at previous breakouts, when we've had the super trend flip, super trend indicator trend flip from bearish into bullish, we then have these massive pumps that create a bearish divergence on the Stoch RSI. Fast forward, you've got the super trend bullish flip. We then pumped up, created the bearish divergence on the Stoch RSI. Third time lucky, could you say? August, we've got the trend flip. Could we create a higher high but a lower high in the RSI and then coming for that macro correction? So what I'm looking for here, just to take this away, guys, I think in the next 3 to 4 weeks, SHX could come back for around 30 to 40% correction before continuing on towards 10 cents and actually creating this bearish divergence to mark the local top of this move. Now, I'm not saying that's my bull run cycle target. So no, I'm just saying, guys, that this is just a very similar situation and scenario to all prior occasions when we've had the bullish trend flip on the super trend and when the Stoch RSI has been at levels of 99 in the past since 2023. I hope you've enjoyed the content, guys. From Chart Nerd TA, take care. Peace out.